Hello everybody. So I just wanted to record a very quick video about judgment. So one of the most challenging things about being an empath is that you can feel other people's emotions, whether that be a positive or negative emotion, and whether or not that's judgment. If you are self-aware, and if you are a self-aware intuitive empath, then you're able to take a step back from the situation and you're able to see if that's a perceived judgment or emotion, or if you are projecting your own judgment from yourself onto yourself. Today I was faced with a kind of difficult situation. It really was challenging for me. And I was being judged. And I sat for a while and I thought to myself, is this a perceived judgment? Am I judging myself right now? And as much as I was judging myself, there was also a lot of judgment from the outside world coming in. Actually, judgment from another healthcare professional. So a lot of you may know I am a nurse. That is what I do for a career. I've been a nurse for 10 years. I've been in healthcare for a total of I think it's been like a total of 18 years now that I've been in healthcare. It's been a very long time. So I know how the industry works. I know how judgment in the industry works. And if you don't work in healthcare, I'm very sorry to tell you, there's a lot of judgment in healthcare. So I get it. It's just kind of the culture of healthcare sometimes is that people pass a lot of judgment, and it's unwarranted and it's unnecessary. All right, so I know that I've been going through this massive ego death, this massive death and rebirth. I know that I am remembering who I am and who I'm meant to be. The person that I was has been falling away very slowly, and today was the confirmation of that, because I have always been quick to anger. I've always had a short fuse. So today, when judgment was passed on me, instead of reacting without thinking, instead of reacting and just, as much as in the moment, I felt like I was denying myself because I was not reacting to this woman's opinion on something. So instead of reacting, I took a step back and I denied myself that moment that I would have taken in the past. And I took a step back and I thought about it. I collected myself and I said, is this real judgment? Is this perceived judgment? Is this woman, receptionist, just projecting her judgment onto me of herself? And I don't think any of that is it. I actually think that this is her judgment of me projecting onto me, and that's okay. That's okay, because we are all on our own journeys. I show her love and compassion. I said nothing out of anger to her, although the old me was inside of me screaming, you have to say something. I did say something though, but I didn't say anything to her. I collected myself, and when I was back in the room, I spoke with other people and I said, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling very judged right now, and this is the situation. In the past, I would have never done that. In the past, I would have reacted right away. I have Mercury, which Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Mercury is all about communication, and it's all about creating communication, right? I have Mercury in Aquarius, and I've been talking in my other post about Pluto transiting into Aquarius right now. And right now Saturn is in Aquarius. So Saturn has kind of lifted some restrictions on certain things, and it's kind of made me really reflect on how I've spoken, how I've loved, and how I've looked at luck and life and myself, right? Because those are all of my planets are being affected by Saturn right now. So with Pluto coming in, I feel this massive energy shift already. I feel this massive shift already, and I'm just like, I am self-aware now. I am self-aware to the point where I know that my words hurt other people, that the way that I project my feelings, even though I'm reacting to something that was said to me, the way that I'm projecting out can also hurt other people. I don't want to cause pain in other people, and I know that people will only hear me where they are in their lives. I know to pick my battles, and I know the right thing to do, especially when it comes to healthcare. I know the right people to talk to. So, I'm going to collect myself here. One of the most challenging things that you will face on your spiritual journey is judgment of others. Whether that is a perceived judgment from yourself, projecting it onto others, and then projecting it back onto yourself, or whether that's an actual judgment of other people. People will judge you on your communication. People will judge you on calling yourself spiritual and saying that you're going through a spiritual awakening. People will judge you on what you post to social media. People will judge you for everything in your life. These are energy traps. These are energy traps, and people want to bring you down to their level. People want you to, without even consciously knowing it, these people want you to lower your vibration because it's easier to function around other people who are at the same vibration as you are. So these people, without even knowing it, are setting these energy traps to be like, come here, and come lower yourself so that you can be where you can be at the level that I'm at, so that you are easier to manipulate, so that you are easier for me to talk to, so you are easier for me to control. Just saying all of that makes me feel icky. Making this video, I thought about it for a while because I was like, am I just falling into an energy trap by creating this video? And no, I'm not, because I'm self-aware. I'm self-aware, and I am letting everybody who follows me, who's friends with me on Facebook, know that there are people out there like this, and it's okay to be where you are. It's okay to stand your own ground. It's okay to notice these energy traps and to call them energy traps, and you have nothing to prove to anybody. People will judge you every day of your life. Even people who are close to you, even people who love you, because not always do we vibrate at the same frequency every day. Not always do we always vibrate with people. Let me rephrase that. Not always do the people around us vibrate at the same frequency every day as well. So sometimes people may be vibrating a little bit lower. Because of this interaction today, I know that it's lowered my vibration a little bit. I know that by me expressing myself in a calm manner, by me expressing myself and saying, I'm not trying to be negative about this or create a negative environment about this. I'm just trying to express myself because what I need to say needs to be heard by somebody. That raised my vibration because I was expressing myself in a calm manner. I was doing it in a manner that would get shit done. And I was doing it in a way that would solve the problem. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble with their job and with their place of employment. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not going to call these people out. I'm not going to say what I was doing or who I was there with or anything like that. But I will say that you have a voice. You have a voice. Express it in a manner that is not aggressive. Express it in an assertive manner, but in one that's non-confrontational as well. You expressing your voice, even a little bit, day by day, will create and build confidence in yourself and will create this self-awareness and self-actualization in yourself that you never thought possible. And by you being able to express yourself completely to the world, even to a certain individual in your life, by you speaking your truth, you are no longer blocking your throat chakra. Your throat chakra needs to be cleared. Sometimes it's overactive and you just spew everything out. But it's important to learn to balance it, to not say things that don't need to be said, but to say what needs to be heard. Not say things that don't need to be said, because not everything needs to be said, but definitely say what needs to be heard. So another thing that I'm going to do for myself today is I've already cleansed myself with Palo Santo. I'm going to go meditate because I feel like there's been like a negative energy tether that was just to me. And I know that this experience wasn't negative. It was a learning experience, right? Because in this last hour of my life, I've learned that I've come so far when it comes to communication. I've learned that I am so self-aware that I was able to sit in the moment, as uncomfortable as it was, sit in the moment and not react like the old me would have reacted immediately. But I've come so far, and in the last hour, I've realized so much about myself and so much about my journey and just so much about how far I've come to rediscovering my soul, because your soul always knows. Your soul always knows who you are. It's up to you. It's up to your mind and your ego to release that control so that you can remember that. But in this last hour, it's taught me so much about myself. Feel a massive change coming through, massive shifts coming through, and it is amazing. As frustrated as I was an hour ago, now I am no longer frustrated because of the situation. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I'm almost feeling a sense of pride in myself, which pride isn't always a bad thing, right? But it can be too much of it. But I'm almost feeling a sense of pride in myself, a sense of contentment, because I've come so far, because I didn't react like how I normally would have. Not everybody needs to know your story, right? But sometimes your story needs to come out to kind of show other people that not everyone is the same and everyone is fighting their own battle. So today, if you feel like you're being judged, I ask you, instead of reacting immediately, take a step back. Take a step back and ask yourself, is this a real judgment? Is this a projected judgment of the person? Do they actually feel this way about themselves, and are they projecting it onto me? Or is this a judgment from inside of me that I'm projecting onto the outside world that I feel like they are going to judge me on? Judgment is such a tricky one. Today, it was not a projected judgment. It was not a perceived judgment. It was a real judgment. And the way that I reacted today, I did not cringe at all because of the way that I reacted. I feel good about it. I know that I'm continuing to grow. I know that the way that I speak is continuing to evolve, and the way that I'm able to communicate dense emotions inside of me is continuing to evolve. And in the end, at the end of all of this, the judgment that was given, placed upon me, that it doesn't matter anymore, because the only thing that matters is me and how I feel about it and how I reacted to it and what I did to resolve the situation. Whew. So that's all I have to say. I love you all, and I hope that you have a great day.